San Diego 6 News in the morning.
Now, what we do know so far is that a 911 call was placed by the victim's brother saying shots had been fired. The 5K Tadpole Tot Trot is dedicated to the 31 service members who lost their lives in a helicopter crash in Afghanistan. This sculpture is so amazing, so small that you can't see it with the naked eye. I'm going to do a taste test and let you guys know if Studio Diner does have the best cake in San Diego. City officials are meeting with the public today. They'll discuss recent budget cuts. The controversial movie Blackfish hits theaters today. The film seeks to expose harsh conditions killer whales are exposed to while in captivity.
All whales in captivity are all psychologically traumatized. It's not just telecom.
These are claims made by the new documentary Blackfish. Filmmakers are imposing SeaWorld is guilty of abusing whales.
Stored these whales in what we call a module, which was 20 feet across and 30 feet deep, and the lights were all turned out.
Don Branchow, a trainer for SeaWorld in 2010,
Don is the senior trainer here at Shamu Stadium,
was killed by an orca while working.
Telecom, though, is the one that went after her.
I've been expecting somebody to be killed by Telecom.
Activists say it's time the truth has been publicized.
I think it's about time that the public realizes what goes on at SeaWorld.
Protesters believe this is what happens when animals are held against their own will.
I'm increasingly frustrated when they are kept in these small tanks.
SeaWorld has commented against the accusations in the film, saying, quote, "The film is inaccurate and misleading and regrettably exploits a tragedy that remains a source of deep pain for Don's family." This is where the mayor holds his monthly public meetings, but amongst the political turmoil, they've been canceled. Civic Plaza is popular for more than business procedures these days now that Mayor Filner's alleged sex scandal has been made public.
We need to remove this man. That's it. That's it.
The latest group, RecallBob.com, say they aren't just disappointed with Filner, but with Stan Corbin also, publisher of the LGBT Weekly, who's behind his own recall. The Recall Bob group is delivering their own message to Corbin to stop it.
I'm giving you 24 hours to formally withdraw your petition.
Paula Mary says Corbin's recall began only to save Filner's job, and Corbin would intentionally derail a recall. It's unclear if two recalls can happen at once. This is a close friend of Corbin who claims his recall is fake.
I know this second filing is not the real deal. It's phony. It's a ruse.
While the recall played out outside City Hall, Council debated inside on ways to move forward on any plans if the mayor is fired. Attorney Gerald Dawson told Council they possess the power with the clause to kick Filner out.
If you had a mayor who was horribly injured and became a vegetable or went totally woo-woo nuts, absolutely crazy, certainly you could replace him and he wouldn't have resigned, he wouldn't have been recalled.
An option some members would consider.
Well, that's the first I'd heard about it, so we're going to look into what we can do.
Others, like Marty Emerald, are holding out. They have yet to agree with their peers on the mayor's resignation. Ameerah Pargo, San Diego 6 News. A sad day in El Cajon as a 4-month-old infant has been pronounced dead from heat exhaustion. This is where the infant called home before her unfortunate death.
It's a tragedy.
Residents at the Bella Vista Apartments in El Cajon are puzzled on how such a thing like this could happen to an innocent child.
It's just crazy and it's sad.
Investigators say a 4-month-old baby was left through the night and several hours the next day in her parents' car.
We seen the father run out and grab the baby and then run into the house.
Police are trying to determine how a tragedy like this could happen.
Parents of the child had gone shopping and had left their child in their car in the parking lot until 1:30 in the afternoon.
Once found, the baby was rushed to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Lieutenant Walt Miller says cases like these are tough to deal with.
We just don't like to see something like this happen.
Police say the parents, 30-year-old Israel Soto and 23-year-old Jessica Casada, were taken in for questioning but have not been arrested. If they are found guilty, they'll face felony charges of willful cruelty to a child with injury or death. Jeff Isaac, the lawyer in Blue Jeans, says the parents could spend several years in prison if convicted.
These people will be in prison for quite a long time. It will not be the minimum 2 or 4 or 6 years that you normally see in a child abuse crime. This could be significantly longer than that.